Good morning, sir. You're welcome to this conversation.
Good morning, viewers.
Okay, let's start with the Southeast governor saying that they are not to be blamed for the insecurity in the region. This is coming from Senator Abaribe. Says the Southeast governor are not to be blamed for the insecurity in the region, that the federal government has the blame. So what's your take?
Of course, now there's already a release some time ago, a few days ago, about how a former president of Nigeria sponsored Bubago to destabilize the entire Bubago. Yes, a former president of Nigeria sponsored a military called Bubago to destabilize the entire southeast. The news is there. It does not come from me. It was displayed by a foreign media. But that notwithstanding, where I am in support of what Abaribe is saying is this: the Southeast governors are not the judiciary. One, two, the federal government are behind the insecurity in Southeast. They are the one holding an innocent man illegally, and that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
And that's a bogus allegation, the federal government.
Yes, they went and look at what happened when Nnamdi Kanu went to Kenya. It was illegal. It was the federal government that brought him back to Nigeria, and he went to court. He went through the judicial process, and he won all his cases. And up to now, federal government have not established fresh charges against him to date. So they kept him there illegally, and his detention, so to say, is causing insecurity among the eastern Nigeria, because he's the man of the people. The people are behind him. The people believe in him. So why will you keep such man, even after he has gone through the court processes, you still keep him in detention? It's uncalled for. So it is not entirely the southeastern governors being behind it, but what I'm saying is this: the southeastern governors too are affected by the insecurity so far, because they will not be able to do anything in their respective states. As it stands now, they should play a major role as political leaders in that region by finding a way to talk to the federal government to see how Nnamdi Kanu will be released unconditionally.
They have done that in the past.
They have been doing that anyway, but that's what I'm saying. They have been doing that, but we keep on pushing. We are not going because they said no, that they should relent. I know a lot of people have been on it. I know some governors, which I don't want to mention them, that normally go to see Nnamdi Kanu every Thursday. Yes, I can tell you that. He's there. If you don't know about it, you should know. People go there. There's massive solidarity for Nnamdi Kanu, because he has proven to be the people's wish. Nnamdi Kanu represents 70 million people, Biafrans all over the world. So he's not a child. Nnamdi Kanu is not a tata or somebody who can just do anyhow. If you try it, then you endanger yourself. They'll continue to endanger themselves. And look at what is happening now. If they're not careful, the thing will continue to spread. It might spread. Look at him. Look at what happened in the southwest recently. We made the issue about Igboho, and the Igboho himself also preparing his ground to relaunch his Odua nation agitation.
Relaunch?
Yes. Now, of course, the plan is on ground, and very soon he's going to surface to continue from where he stopped.
Does this imply that the federal government does not want stability in the southeast?
Look at what is happening. There is already a laid down agenda. That is why I'm against Simon Ekpa. I am against him completely in total, because he cannot read the handwriting on the wall. The federal government is encouraging you to destabilize the southeast more. This region has gone through the war for over 4 years, and has never been in a position of presidency in Nigeria over the years. You're asking people to sit down at home for 3 weeks. Something is wrong with you. It's in line with what the federal government wanted. A former president of this country sponsored a Bubago with some governors in Southeast to destabilize Southeast. The news is everywhere. So what is he doing? What is he talking about?
Can you convince his supporters that will not agree with you that he's working for is unintentionally working for the plan of the federal government?
To him, I don't want to talk about series of allegations that have been made that have been put against him. I don't want to talk about that. But for him, he might not be aware of what he's doing. He might not understand the tricks, the damage federal government is trying to use to further destabilize the state. All those people who are saying 3 weeks sit at home, what significance it is? If Eba feel that he is this powerful, you are asking the southern eastern Nigeria to sit at home while they are carrying oil. They are carrying crude oil every day on daily basis from the same Biafra land. You didn't go there to stop them from carrying crude oil. The people who are looking for daily bread, they are asking them to stay for home for 3 weeks. Something is wrong with you. That's the simple truth.
Something is wrong with Samuel Ekpa.
Completely, something is wrong with him. If he does not understand what it means, the effect, and this is in line, it is in line with what federal government wanted to create more havoc, to create more hardship, to create more uncertainty in the entire eastern Nigeria. It is uncalled for. That I am in support of every Monday sit at home is solidarity. If you want to declare war, come out and lead the war. Let us carry arms. It's a very clear thing. Don't stay, calm down. Now the kind of war is always here in Nigeria, now and then, trying to talk to the people, trying to see how things are going and all that. The policy of IPOB is command and control. When you say command and control, that means it is a dynamic leadership. But when you say something is on autopilot, something is wrong with you. In the 21st century, you are asking Biafra to go. Oh no. It shows that the level of your intelligence, it shows the level of your personality. If we continue to dig deep, the things you do, the way your policies, your direction is in line with federal government agenda to destroy Southeast Nigeria.
What will you tell his supporters? Because he has a number of supporters who believe in what he's doing. What is your message to them?
Well, it's a very clear thing. The supporters should understand this thing very clearly. That Biafra is not strictly an Igbo thing. Biafra is not strictly a Southeast thing. Let us work strategically and look at where these things are benefiting the government in Biafra land and be able to tackle it. That is when they will listen to you. Every day they look at now the oil this thing has increased. The federal government are swimming in billions, and you are asking people who do not have anything to sit at home. Let his supporters come together and tell him this is the angle. See, there's nothing wrong with being dynamic. God is also dynamic. Why you rigid? You have to be flexible if you want to be a leader. God created sun, there is air, there is this, there's that. That shows his dynamism. So his supporters should tell him that this we are gotten to the peak of the so-called sit at home. Let us move to another direction and continue from there. And the direction now should be no more oil exploration in Biafran land.
Let's look at the tribunal. Mary Odili, former Justice Supreme Court, she came out in a broadcast. She said that obedience, pressurizing the judges, causing chaos. They are fanning the embers of war. That if it eventually happens, it is going to get to everybody.
No, maybe it will get to her first because they are the judiciary. Judiciary have destroyed the rule of the arm of government that have destroyed Nigeria more. Judiciary. That's why we are having people who are not qualified becoming governors, becoming senators, rogues, armed robbers, people that have no certificate, becoming different things at different places because of the judiciary. When they go to the judiciary, the judiciary will say they are the one that did, they are the one that won. It's unfortunate. So what is Mary saying? Is he in line with the truth? That somebody, you stole somebody for something for somebody and the person should not cry? No, I'm asking her.
Not burn the country to the ground.
It's not a matter of burning the country to the ground. These are the things that are throwing coup all over Africa now. Military coup is spreading because the judiciary has collapsed. The democracy institutions has collapsed. The next option is for the military to take over, to restore order, law and order in a normal situation. What does Mary Odili say? What is he saying? Has he not served in that capacity for long? What transformation has he brought to the judiciary? Zero. Completely zero. Nothing. Obedient believed that their mandate was stolen and they continue to shout, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you take something that belongs to a child and you say the child should not shout, that if the child will shout, the neighbors will hear. If I'm the child, I will raise low. Huh? I'll make sure my voice goes up so that everybody will come to my rescue. I should not keep quiet. So what Mary Odili is saying is that obedient Nigerians, not even only obedient, obedience is all over the world. Everybody in Nigeria is obedient. He is saying that all eyes on judiciary, full stop. You know what it means? Over 4,000 civil society organizations is interested. Over 4,000 civil society organizations is interested in what happened this month, September. So what Peter Mary Odili is saying is to preempt the judgment, and it's unacceptable. And I call on DSS now to arrest her and question her, call her to order immediately.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution.